Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright aceattorney Trilogy, specifically Gang 2, Justice for All. Where last time, Old Bag took to the stand and everybody hated her, and now we're gonna indict Adrian Andrews of murder. Hooray.
Yeah. Now let's do it.
And Maya will die.
Dun dun dun.
Oh my god.
Not the one beside me, I mean the other one.
Yeah.
May the real Maya please stand up. Dude, I can't believe that. Adrian, no way. Not cool. And collected Adrian Andrews.
She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her.
So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama.
Because she was the one that came to wake me up. And, dude, you're saying it really was her?
Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida.
But why? I thought she was buds with Juan.
She has her own agenda.
Her own agenda? What are you talking about?
I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today.
Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude?
I hate this. Phoenix. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing radical sex note, right? I almost said it.
Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly radical sixed. Sounds like she left a radical six note and the person thought to have hidden it.
Is Juan Corrida the victim of this murder?
And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the radical six note back.
That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me.
What?
Who was it that first told us about the relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impacts.
It was Edgeworth.
Looks like he's still the one in command of the ship. Don't let your guard down yet.
2:25 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Rabble, rabble, rabble. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. What is your occupation?
I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt on guard.
I see. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same. And would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim.
Give us the hot goss.
After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland.
If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me.
Yep.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relationship to the victim.
Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter, or was that a bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. Big bro, what are you talking about? No.
This is the judge, seriously? But I didn't kill him.
No one is accusing you of that.
Except for
Phoenix is like, I am.
I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then, witness. Please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
When I found the body.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
Put yourself a glass of juice?
Yes, sadly. I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disrupted the scene by moving this one thing.
And that is what the fingerprints on the wine glasses were made. When the fingerprints on the wine glasses were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Yes, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid a head-on confrontations. Whatever. You should disrupt her pacing.
Disrupt her pacing?
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking.
Quick badger her.
Yep. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on her, on your offense, is the instant this trial is over. Understand?
Okie doke.
All right, full-on assault. Just
Press
put her in the
everything.
dirt. Be the disgusting attorney most people think you are, Phoenix.
And what was Mr. On Guard doing at the time?
He was taking a nap. He was worn out from this minute performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony.
Mr. On Guard did say he was taking a nap. And I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of it. It could not have been taken out of his room, yes.
Excuse me, what are you...
Right. I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Onguard's knife from his room?
No.
Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue.
And why did you do that?
As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes.
The show is supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Press further or let her be. I mean, we have
Focus all firepower.
Attack, so...
Yeah.
Is that the only reason?
Sure you weren't there to make kissies?
Uh-huh. You're busy doing something. I beg your pardon. What are you implying?
I make the bears watch.
Oh my god. Freddy Fazbear, no.
You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim.
Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time.
And get her to talk with a strong piece of evidence, I guess.
May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got into his room?
What's so shocking about a dead body?
You were in shock.
What? Hold on. Give me 1 sec. What? Was I not supposed to be?
Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. I don't know what that had to do with it, but whatever.
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
Right.
I see. Just butter everybody up so when Phoenix just starts throwing accusations, it makes Phoenix look worse.
This is the photo you're referring to, correct?
Take a look at his corpse.
Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest.
The guitar case was like this too?
Yes, it was open and empty, of course.
And then, what did you do next, Witness?
Juice?
Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left in this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Kurita, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at that time.
I'd have to be in complete shock to want to pour a glass of V8 juice.
Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you.
But they do make like good drinks that like mix with fruits and stuff that are pretty good.
Weird stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but in this case it was just tomato juice, so
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the default V8 where it's just like, here, just drink cold tomato. I'm like, no. How about new?
I've had like a drink of that before. I don't think you'd like Bloody Marys. They would make you feel horrible.
I don't even like tomato soup. I don't even like it when it's warm. It's like it has to be ketchup or a sauce, or I don't want anything to do with it.
Fair enough. And okay, onto your route today. I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind. It's no big deal.
What was she starting to say just now? Press further. Definitely.
Let her be,
Yes,
clearly. Be like, it's probably nothing.
Punch her in the face.
Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
I'm sorry, it's just kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
Oh, you just sealed your death warrant, lady.
Yeah.
Because the water was on top of the case, not in the case, meaning it was opened after. Flower vase?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? Mess of glass shards, God sees her!
Bailiff, attack!
Judo throw!
That's a stand, is the bailiff. It was originally on top of the dresser. But when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
Looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else.
Alright, so now immediately just present the guitar case.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, gotcha!
Gotcha!
Actually,
you testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
yes.
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case?
Is there a problem with what I said?
It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside.
That's very true!
Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case.
And what is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor.
And what is wrong with that?
If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shards should be inside, not outside the case.
What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time that the vase was knocked over. Is that all?
Now, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yeah, you tell him, Sam Regal.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
That is the voice actor for Phoenix, by the way. In case you were curious. The random name.
Which Phoenix?
Huh?
Which Phoenix? Phoenix has had multiple voice actors in different things.
Has he?
Yeah. This game, for instance, isn't even the original one. It throws me off every time it says objection. It's not the same soundbite as the OG. Most of these soundbites are all just people that worked in the Capcom office, I believe.
I suppose so, but...
And then the original got, like, cancelled or something a few years back, or a number of years back, and then now in the updated versions, they replaced it to one of the newer soundbites instead that was by a different guy.
Yeah, so it is
assuming I remember that right. But yeah. Bit of trivia. Because every time it says objection, I'm like, that's not the same one I remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
The inflection is slightly different. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found in the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
It may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, does it?
It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case, so let's just forget about it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Make her testify. Your office is what Mia told us to do, so we will obey.
Obey our ghastly master.
The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But it is you.
I can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a random side thought, but for some reason I'm imagining Edgeworth, a good voice actor for him, would have been the same one who voiced Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Seeing him say, "Heh," I was just like, oh, you know what? I can hear that in the Shadow voice. I feel like that would fit him. Of course, Phoenix would be Sonic, and there you go, Sonic and Shadow. It all works.
Fake. You're the fake.
I'll make you eat those words. Cut off mid-sentence because everything about that's busted.
Yeah.
All the timing's wrong. It's glorious.
So cursed. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
You don't
Come
know.
on, you could have made a better lie. You could have said like, oh no, I was worried I damaged the guitar. Then I opened it and didn't see the guitar and was like, oh, that's weird. Anyway, at least something, not like I just opened it just cause. It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now. It's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man.
Shots fired.
Edgeworth is definitely shadow-coded.
He is.
I am the ultimate prosecutor.
Maria!
I'll use your prosecutor's badge. Objection.
Okay, let's just press everything.
Yeah.
During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind?
Well, you see,
Are you sure you are the one who opened the guitar case?
she's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not.
Sounds like your dependent side is taking over.
Well, Miss Andrews?
Yes, it was me.
Poor Adrian, you know, she's just gets all buttered up by Franziska and then gets stuck with Edgeworth. He's just giving her nothing.
Yeah. They can't be roommates, and now she's saddened. She has no one to take the lead.
Yeah. So, you opened the guitar case then?
Yes, well, maybe.
Why did you open the guitar case?
Huh?
Mr. Kurita's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case.
As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed.
Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not.
There you go. There's something.
I thought maybe the criminal took it.
Why would she care about the bright red guitar?
Yeah, that's strange. But getting back on topic.
Yeah,
I'm a
guy's dead in
manager,
front of you.
I'm
It's like,
used
what
to
about
that.
the guitar?
It's the iconic piece of merch that someone might kill for.
Yeah.
Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside.
How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. Dumbass. These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention.
Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright. What are we
Sorry.
doing? Where am I?
Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body?
Yes, that's probably it.
Not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try.
For the first time, use evidence.
Yep. Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now.
I wasn't planning on letting up, but...
She's at her weakest now. This is our chance.
yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with.
I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court. Ask the bailiff. Somewhere in the
Pulls
court.
out the murder knife. No.
Yeah.
So let me just look at this map again. I don't know how best it.
I guess just the knife.
What about the knife? Trying to think. It's like, Why do we care?
This doesn't help, right?
No.
Well, it seems like they are walking forward. And, Adrian
Well, the
Andrews
other-
happens to be very small, so, that there's a stinking suspicion that that is definitely her, but I don't know what we should throw that at, or if we should throw that now. So,
Yeah, I don't see that because I'm not talking about that incident at all. So it's like,
okay, can we go through everything again so that we
All the evidence or all this stuff?
know everything?
statements or evidence. Okay.
That's right.
I opened the case. I don't know.
The case was empty after he knocked the base over. I mean, the only ones that say anything is after I knocked the vase over, is that important? And it's not a big deal. The case was empty after all. Like, those are the only two I can think of that might. But I don't know if he.
Unless it's something stupid like, "Hey, how did you know it was empty?" or something. I don't know. But it's like clearly she knows because we've already talked about it. So I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it's the fingerprints because she didn't touch it.
Oh yeah, she doesn't have her fingerprints on it. So yeah, I go to where she says she touched it. Yeah.
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 That
Oh,
must
she
be her.
must have opened it.
Like, how'd you open it if your fingerprints aren't on it, but it's on the glass? As we clearly talked about that, having your fingerprints.
Objection!
There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear.
Okay, Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. It's the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim.
I opened it with my foot. What is it, Miss Andrews?
She's got dexterous toes.
She kicked it open.
You shouldn't assume that I just left my prints. I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
What do you mean?
I was wearing the suit, dumbass. What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony. So of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. He said wine glass has it all over it. But anyway, well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange.
It
Yeah.
was definitely strange.
That's strange. None of these flashback pictures had her wearing gloves.
You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
This.
Glass?
Yes. Why, yes, I would.
I have your proof right here, this wine glass.
The wine glass.
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? That you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case.
Glass explode. Put on new ones.
She has multiple pairs.
Critical hit.
One.
That's where you just say I must have been wearing just a single glove. And I with an ungloved hand, I touched the glass, and then my gloved hand, I opened the case.
Yep.
Order. I was doing a Michael Jackson moment.
Yeah.
I was thinking more JoJo's where he's like, Odo. Anyway. Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
It's just an empty case.
It can't play music at all. It's not a guitar.
It's fake. I wonder if it was really empty, though.
But the guitar, the bright red guitar, was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
Don't mean it was a bright white guitar. Wait, that's not right either.
I meant it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case...
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work.
At least one every case.
And you haven't. Not while he's here.
Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided...
No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
If you are so sure, right? Then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your substantiate
Sorry.
No, you're
your
good.
outrageous claim, correct? Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
But with a guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar was...
Oh my god. It's messing up.
So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proved anything yet.
No, I prefer to keep my head fully inflated, Edgeworth. I'm confident.
Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder?
That's a good
A
question.
nickel samurai.
Oh.
because we have a costume that she apparently had to wear.
And he was wearing his in bed,
And he,
so it had
and
to
he was
be
wearing
another.
his, and apparently the Nickel Samurai was going to make some kind of announcement in character that he knew nothing about. So maybe a little bit of a sabotage was meant to happen.
That witch.
So this...
Well, I mean, seems like it would have been Juan doing it. Unless they could have been in it together, I guess. This is a photograph. It was inside the case.
Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
A samurai in this picture.
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Right. Are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like this?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot correct.
You mean his photo? Judge sees photos for the first time. Order, order! Looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
Me too.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume.
Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been in Mr. Matt Ongart's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places.
True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case? It was a spare costume, because the guy was clearly wearing it, so he's not that deep of a sleeper that they stripped him out of his costume.
Yeah.
Mr. Guard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, that is what I am saying.
How do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose.
But why? The victim, Mr. Kurita, was the Jammin Ninja. Sacrilegious! Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
And therein lies the sticking point.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume?
Phoenix, are you still sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
How about
Alright,
you just tell me, because your sister's life is on the line. No.
this is
Yep.
what I think.
But it's okay, it's only 1 tick of penalty, so they don't care. It's pretty chill.
Sometimes they're like, you get this wrong, we just instantly kill Maya. But in other ones, they're like, yeah, whatever, 10% off. This is what The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was...
A conference.
Yes, it says I was gonna confess something, right?
Yeah. Specifically, the Nickel Samurai is gonna confess. The guy had no idea about it. What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can mean only one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
The victim?
Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
Oh.
He's going to dress up as a Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? Why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt on Guard.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession. That's public disclosure.
Dang, you really showed us. Miss Andrews?
I can see why you oppose at what you do.
Why, thank you. Pardon me?
Not you. You have a slide, for God's sake, and you ask for uppies. Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him. That was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway.
It was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What?
He was on a certain list.
Oh my god.
Do you know what the secret of Mr. Gods is, Miss Andrews?
Joke's on you, it's all redacted.
The unredacted copy.
Uno
Certain emails.
Yep. Everything has receipts. But something only Juan knew. I didn't know what it is.
Ah, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone. But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all.
Matt? Sorry, to protect Mr. On Guard?
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Sanders, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
Protecting Matt.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan, but... And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button in the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him.
Protect him by dressing up as the samurai so that he can get free. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
This does account for everything. Works for me.
Well, I am the logical type.
I'm something of a logic myself.
We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit. Scared.
Fans can find no fault in this testimony. I am ready to make my ruling. Like, that was all weird anyway. Death. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright.
Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just
For
means
no apparent reason.
Yeah, that just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down.
The vibes are rotten. Guilty.
Absolutely.
I mean, the lady just admitted to, like, conspiring against On Guard, and then she's like, by the way, I was actually protecting him, so he did it. Like,
Yeah, that's a bit bad.
I guess we shall press everything. You say that was your intuition speaking to you.
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things?
A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach that to us in school, at least not from what I remember.
May I continue now?
No, we're having a conversation over here.
So would you say this need came from the press conference?
Yes. Do you know why Juan chose the event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved avant-garde.
You knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume.
But I'm sure Mr. On Guard himself didn't know anything about the press conference.
Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know about the press conference?
You show him any proof that he did?
Anyway, the important thing here is that this information was not in your testimony.
Yes, I agree, Miss Andrews. Please correct your testimony, if you please.
Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright?
What can I say? I'm a thirsty guy.
Just pulls out those straw glasses from the 90s.
Swirly straw.
Okay, see,
Those are
not new.
cool.
Does this have anything we can use?
I know what his motive was, but I don't have any way to prove that I'm right.
Just press that too.
Yeah,
I guess,
guess.
may as well.
Has Mr. On Guard done something to hurt or betray you personally?
Why do you ask?
You were the one who helped Mr. Corito with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring down Mr. On Guard, yet you still helped out.
The person on trial right now is Mr. On Guard, Wright. What the witness was thinking, helping the victim with this plan, is none of your concern. In any case, this means that the defendant hadn't a motive to kill.
Why do I keep doing this to myself? Guess we'll just continue to press everything and come back to that other thing. But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. On Guard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so that you could cover for Mr. On Guard?
I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy sitting at the stage at that time.
I keep trying, but I can find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I'm really trying so hard. Help me. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however.
The judge is glaring straight at Mia.
The judge is confused and scared.
He's staring straight at me.
He's glaring at you, smart guy.
No, I was staring at her. Who is that freak next to you, Mr. Wright? You have the strangest women with you at all times.
Can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
Then, what about the button?
The button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Wrong.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That is completely wrong. He was killed by strangulation. Stabbed post-mortem with the button on him. Why would it be yanked off before he was stabbed? Whatever.
I mean, maybe a guy fell off, landed on the floor, and then got blood after the stab, and then just took a walk, you know? It just magically appeared in his pants after. It's chill. All makes sense.
That button was found in...
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It was found in his pants.
Yeah. I would think that this makes very decisive evidence.
Ark.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Cut the sentence there. Can't stand the sight of a man. Just move on.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
Sexist, yeah. With an icy stare, yes.
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
The one earlier must have been a red herring. This might be it. Right? Because he was strangled, right?
Yep. Exactly.
And I think the autopsy is what will tell us that, right?
Objection!
This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation.
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
What does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume. When?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly, which means... it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body.
Order! What is the meaning?
What is the meaning of this, Wright? So what if the button was torn off of the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve?
What purpose?
We now know this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this up from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
Mr. Wright, does this mean? mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What is it? I mean, to pin the criminal on guard, of course. It ended up in his pants, so...
No, they wanted momentum. They wanted to destroy it by placing it where somebody will find it. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard. There was no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right, Mr. On Guard was set up. By the real killer, of course.
And the real murderer is... Real murderer is, I assume, is what...
The real murderer is...
Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer then?
Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard, is...
Adrian Andrews.
And choose the wrong one.
What'd you say?
Pause.
No, I don't think this is it.
One of the achievement. Oh.
No. I don't think this is the moment.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, then Adrian Andrews.
Okay. Miss Adrian Andrews. I chose you! You are Mr. Kurita's killer. Another pair of glasses breaks.
Order, 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 Mr. Wright! This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge?
Any evidence?
How about
All of
everything we
the
just talked
evidence
about?
points to Miss Andrews.
How preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me.
I can't, can I? Do you care to test me?
Then what about this knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints would only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you!
Then... What about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama?
This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer, there's no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama.
Optometrist hates her.
Yeah.
The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's Hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews.
I see. What about the empty guitar case?
That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews.
No,
But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on this guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right.
That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints in the glass to show that yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there is this photo. They were really just all pure offense now.
yeah.
Photo of the killer as they
All the
exited
momentum.
the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth could believe this nickel samurai is Mr. On Guard. You would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
Please, stop.
Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I've got her this time.
Miss Andrews?
I refuse to testify.
What was that?
There's a law.
I plead the fifth.
It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
Well, yes, but no one ever does that here. You're absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with such a way to avoid self-incrimination. Allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What?
That's
This
a
is not
law?
a law. Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot.
They would have did it and not even refused to come to court.
Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. On Guard's room.
Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood. All right.
We're clearly discussing dinner plans.
Yep.
That's it. That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things looked bad.
You did a good job proving everything up until this point, Phoenix. There's still one thing you haven't done.
Something I haven't done.
What's wrong, Wright? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence?
But you're so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up until this point is meaningless.
But what?
Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial?
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did, in fact, harbor a wish to murder Miss Corrida. Mr. Not Miss. Sorry.
Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corrida? Tell me now.
A lot of Miss and Misters getting thrown around. It's scrambling my brain. I believe this may lead me to incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
Did you want to kill him? I plead the fifth. And it's just like, well, clearly Edgeworth is right. We can't do anything now. It's clearly she's innocent. But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
That's how it works. I didn't say anything,
indecency.
so I can't be guilty. No, she's taking that defiant attitude again. But Mia, what should we do?
I say we shoot that bitch. Somehow we've landed in the worst possible situation.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Quick, Phoenix, bring up her attempted Radical Six and make her just off herself on the stand. It's like the only way.
We need to do it.
Andrews has refused to testify.
We need to save Maya.
The defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid, definitive proof.
But that's not true.
In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do. That is to declare recess.
Recess?
I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial?
Tomorrow? We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial. Please continue the trial.
What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya...
Why didn't you tell me this to begin with? But it is impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Quick, Edgeworth, badger her too.
Yeah.
Now then, this court is...
It is not possible for this trial to continue.
Not impossible.
Not impossible.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
It's true, Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews. When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes, and?
I can't help but think of how unnatural that is. Usually, when one finds a body, they're shaking up, not stirring a glass of juice.
So my actions were unusual, but I've already...
Before you speak, I want you to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect.
Testify?
Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness.
I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know.
Maybe he's just doing his job and isn't like...
Yeah, for the first time, there's no motive. He's just doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please.
When I found the body.
The glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over.
I just had some baby rage in his room at not winning the contest, so just trashed the room and then went to sleep. So you poured that glass of juice for the victim? Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours?
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I think the easy thing is, it just looked like he was sleeping, and it's like with the knife sticking out of him.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, yeah.
So yeah, go to the last statement I think it was, and just present the knife. See if it'll accept it.
This one?
Oh yeah, that one.
This one.
Yeah, when he fainted or something. Yeah, I would say that one.
Sure.
Seemed like he just fainted, and it's like with a knife sticking out of him.
Blood all over. Like, let me look at the picture. I mean, this whole thing.
Like, yeah, he's just got a knife sticking out of him. I feel like that kind of would make you think he's not asleep in his chair.
So picture or knife?
I would do knife.
Yeah.
Objection!
How dare you?
We were wrong.
Alright, throw the picture.
Objection!
I mean, it's clearly the same thing.
So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body.
What is the meaning of this?
That's all he says everything. Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Kurita's chest, and yet that didn't work as evidence for some reason. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that here was a dead man.
That's... Well, you see...
I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted, and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is?
Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. There goes another pair. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. That you are the real killer.
No.
Looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Mattengard, is not guilty after all. Yep, wrap it up.
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure. We're gonna just sentence you to a little death.
Just a little death. It's fine. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one that killed Juan.
But you are the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so is that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I'll give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify. Okay, now just die then. Whatever. You
Later.
keep saying it doesn't matter.
There's no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Mattengard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. You know, has a little breakdown and
Yeah.
doesn't to the
It's like,
end to be like,
I
didn't
loved
do
it.
Yeah.
I'd do it again.
And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone has.
Yeah, I did it. I hope he burns in hell. No. Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Mattengard.
Objection!
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass on a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute, real truth. I can tell I have my own magatama.
Absolute real truth. What are you?
Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head,
Probably some
but as
lady
long
with-
as you protect...
What? you say?
Francisca. There's probably some lady with a whip.
Yep.
Plant that idea in your head.
Hmm.
But as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt Arngard will go free. And in his place, you will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
What? You dumb brat.
Francisca wouldn't lie to me.
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Francisca von Karma.
Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix?
We can flash back to it again.
It's like, don't do it. Don't you dare.
Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto words of another. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
Then, right now, Miss Andrews is...
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma. Don't say a word no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Arngard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now, and is clinging onto them.
What should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this.
I'm not a therapist, I'm a lawyer.
But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get her not guilty. That is my only priority.
I don't care about the truth.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please. Someone help me.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
court can't continue on like this, therefore I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
What do I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
It's the real mastermind. Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there, right?
Come now. What will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Request not guilty verdict or force Andrews to testify. Is this maybe it? Is this the choice?
I mean, I don't think it's the choice for that specific achievement, but I do think it's a choice that might get us an ending. It might give us a ending where it's like, hey, we got Maya back, but I never forgave myself for not finding out what really happened. No.
Yep.
Edgeworth
do
never
it
spoke
anyway
to
and
me.
just see what happens.
Everybody died. I mean, sure, I can see.
Yeah.
Edgeworth just never speaks to me ever again.
Okay, we'll go down the dark route. No matter what she says, Miss Andrews is the only person it could be. Not to mention, I don't have a choice. I have to win a complete acquittal today. Your Honor, the defense believes there is enough evidence to substantiate our claim. Therefore, we motion that this court passes a verdict of not guilty as soon as possible.
I'm disappointed in you, Wright. What have you learned this past year?
I'm better than you. That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. The Phoenix doesn't want to play. If it is clear the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However,
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like, I'm not gonna let you get a game over. I'm gonna just make it happen anyway.
Miss
And now
Andrews,
Edgeworth will just hate us.
We can reload, don't worry.
I don't like that.
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Stop.
Edgeworth!
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
Time for Dark Edgeworth. Air all the dirty laundry that she doesn't want said.
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit Radical 6 in the past.
Stop. Please stop.
You want to reload now, or stick with this?
Yeah, I believe this is what we would get to either way, so we may as well have Edgeworth think we're cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know when the bad ending happens, and I don't want to miss it, so... This...
I'll tell you when it happens, I know. I know in my heart of hearts, so just
Okay.
push it out of your mind.
I have to win a
Right.
complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But... I can't bring myself to do it like this, not when she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing? Instead, now Phoenix is gonna be like, I'm gonna make you say it.
Sure,
And so we
Mr.
get to
On
be the
Guard
bad
would
guy.
get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end?
Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
Trying to kick him.
Yeah, kick her. Do it.
Kick her right from the stand. That's enough. Commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, so we get here anyway.
Oh, okay.
So it's just gonna, happen all the same. So now we can just get back to where we were.
Just the non-hating part at first.
Here, this is new.
Yep.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
That's the second part of the Radical 6 report. The attempted Radical 6 report.
Oh my god, they keep saying it.
So far, not a single character I voice has.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
The secret of her dependent nature. Lots of people are like that, it's not too weird. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world.
She's in show business.
Yeah, that's
It's all over.
Yeah. Please stop. I beg of you. If people find out.
I'll never work in this town again.
Yeah. If people find out, I'll...
She'll always have to be the bottom rung of any career because everyone that's below her will know that she's a pushover.
Yep.
Edgeworth's gonna hit her with the low tier god.
Yeah.
If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
Edgeworth, how can you be so cold?
I don't care if this bitch dies, I want the truth, damn it.
You will testify.
However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do.
Pulls out a golf club.
So, will you tell the court yourself or shall I? Either is fine with me.
I'll talk. Please, help me. nothing matters anymore.
Witness testimony in my crime.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure that there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
Stabbed the body with the knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all of this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but
I don't care.
that is the truth.
Right. The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
This time?
So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Carita, in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in the mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt Ongard for the murder. And this is her crime.
What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
So she told all this to Francisca, and Francisca was like, just plead the fifth. Everything's okay. Okay. Yay. Francisca's just like, don't worry about a kid. And she's like, yay. No.
Wow, that's so cool. I could just refuse to talk.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination. Quick, pour this man some juice.
No, not the V8. No.
Okay, anything jump out at you, you're trying to press everything.
Probably press everything, as I don't...
Yeah.
It all seems too truthful
You
to
could
me.
tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead?
Had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is a part of the Jam Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't tell his face that well. That's why I thought I would wake him up and went to pour the juice.
What is this plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because, one, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt.
So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button.
The first thing that came to the mind was to plant the knife.
That was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime.
So you are the one to stab the victim with that knife.
Gives me goosebumps to think about it now. Horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect.
So you thought to rip one of his buttons off, and then plant it on Mr. Onguard's Hakama.
Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they?
An inconvenience?
There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lana.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
That's Miss O'Beg for you.
Yeah. I had already been caught and laid into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again.
You were the one who repaired that costume, weren't you?
Yes. I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is the secret? Oh, the judge woke up.
Oh, yeah.
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So after that, you went back to Mr. God's room and planted the button.
Into Matt's Hakama, yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into that bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word, what does all this mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt on guard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
This guy.
She said that I should under no circumstances confess to what I have done. That if I just keep quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
But wait, Your Honor. The defense still...
Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it's not possible to indict Miss Andrews of anything. Indict.
Why is it spelled like that then? English sucks.
Clearly it's because of Latin.
Yes, Latin is stupid too. English is just 3 languages in a trench coat trying to become one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. Cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
But
No buts. Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately.
Edgeworth, as the cop that you are, arrest this woman. That is all. Court is adjourned for the day.
Echo.
Then Maya died.
Judge just immediately left.
It's like, see ya.
Everybody else is still there. He just pieces
Like,
out.
Slide.
Poor Phoenix. Well, Maya's dead.
Today's trial, it's over. I didn't win an acquittal.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth?
What is it?
Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I don't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day.
The room?
That day.
Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him.
That card next to the victim's body?
I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket.
She just naturally collects cards.
Yeah.
Klepto at heart.
But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card, if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why.
Witness, that card. Give it to me. Hurry.
Edgeworth?
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
I didn't mean to. What is all this about?
Shut up, ghost woman.
Never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. What about, like, elevators? All that stuff.
I can't. Yeah, forget about that.
That card, what in the world is it, and what does it mean? Find out after commercial break. To be continued.
Well,
Next exciting episode of Ace Attorney, Justice for All.
never ends.
Indeed. Well, this seems as good a place as any to split it, so everyone, if you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Trying to think of something. Yeah, I got nothing.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Don't you womp womp me?
Wah, wah, wah.